So that's it. This is our final day after 2.5 years of prep for this overland trip from the UK to Australia. How are you feeling?
Good. Sad.
Yeah, sad to leave home, but everything's packed. Ferry's booked. First campsites see our friends in Belgium.
First campsite's Dover.
First campsite's Dover. Then to see our friends in Belgium, and then to see our friend in Amps in the Netherlands, Peter. First overland shop on our big trip. What we got, Mills? Apples. Good old Tesco's. Just got to the first campsite in Dover, waiting for our ferry to be tomorrow morning. So see you in the morning.
Ah, dans quel sens que c'est? Non, mais c'est noir jaune.
Noir rouge.
Mais le
She said it was the right way.
Je vois pas bien.
Avec le soleil, on voit pas bien. Hein. Ok?
Oui, ça va. Merci beaucoup.
C'est un
Perfect.
peu de travail.
Ah, merci beaucoup. Ah.
Merci à
Good afternoon. What you got, Mills? Good afternoon. We have just left.
Such a traveller.
We have just left Nivelle, and we are heading to Venlo in the Netherlands. And we've just stopped here by this wonderful river, which is the border between, we're in Belgium, and then the Netherlands is, well, over the river. And we're heading to Venlo to see our good friend Peter, who we used to travel Morocco in. We went to Morocco in 2022 with some friends, Overland Services, Richard and Mark and Tristan, all that lot. I'm just testing out also my new, well, it's a selfie stick really. But so hence why it's so wobbly. But we're just having some lunch, and then we're going to head back onto the road again.
This is like a Japanese tourist.
Yeah, thanks. Millie says I look like a tourist. I feel like I am a tourist. Anyway, see you on the road.
Niet verkeerd om, hè? Rood omhoog.
Yeah, right way.
Yeah.
My godmother asked this morning, which way does it go?
Is it okay?
Perfect. So that's 11 countries.
Oh, great.
Great.
We'll have it all.
I
Everything.
love it.
Yeah.
Since we left the UK, we have been conducting a little test, and basically we have a second reserve tank that we filled with diesel before we left, and then we have our main tank. So we have driven all the way from the UK to here without filling up, and it's just clicking over to 600 miles. We're 10 miles out, 600 miles. So our range is now 600 miles. We're in the first wild camp spot of the trip. Little car park near Dorniel in Germany. And Millie is just about to do some washing in the scrubber bag.
Doing my house chores.
Morning, that's our first wild campsite tonight, and now we're off to South Germany to a castle. I can't remember what the castle's name is, so I'll let you know when we get there. So we are at the castle where they filmed Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, and it's a 45-minute walk all uphill, and look who's behind. Come on, Mills. Nearly there. So we are here at the Neuschwanstein Castle, which the iconic film Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, the very British film Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, was filmed. And unfortunately we haven't got tickets to go in. So we walked a 45-minute way up, quite an incline, and we don't have tickets to go in. So we can only show you the outside of it. Hope you enjoy. See faces. It's the momos. We are stuck in traffic. We are just driving to Salzburg, and it's raining. So we've put on 100 the greatest movie songs, and we're trying to guess which song is what. Stayed at another wild camp last night. It was a nice little wild camp looking over the Austrian Alps. A nice German couple come and join us in a little minivan, and about 10 o'clock at night a big white camper van came and joined us as well, and then left at 4:30 in the morning when there was torrential rain. Just
Left quite noisily.
left very noisily, yeah.
Not very settling.
Yeah. So we hope today that we are going to reach another wild camping site just north of Slovenia, and then have a bit of a rest day tomorrow and the next day. So basically we're very close to entering Slovenia.
Not too far. And what have we learnt about German roads?
So in Germany, this is what Millie knew, that when there's an accident and you're stuck in traffic, all of the cars go to, basically if it's a dual carriageway, all of the cars go out to the outside of the dual carriageway. So there is a road directly in the middle for all the emergency vehicles, which I never knew that. Really did.
Full of random knowledge that's not helpful. Rooftop tent! Oh look, it's a Defender!
So also driving towards the it's the Grenadier.
Oh no,
I think.
look, there's
two Defenders.
Should we make some friends?
Also coming back from sort of the Balkan areas on the same road is
Defender.
Grenadier at the front, Defender at the back. See if you can catch them as they go past. There you go, Grenadier and Defender. A lot of overland vehicles are coming back because I think it was a school holiday for most Europeans.
There's so
this
many
week.
4x4 converted vans.
A lot of van
So
conversions, a lot
the
of big
canopy,
trucks,
Yeah, a lot of the detachable canopy campers on pickups.
a lot of detachables, lots of rooftop tents, loads and loads of camper vans, loads of vans. Yeah, all coming from the southeast.
Where we're heading.
Exactly where we're heading. So that is the
Also,
catch up of today.
shops and supermarkets are all closed on a
the
Sunday.
So we'll have to dip into our emergency provisions
And sangria.
and sangria and
We haven't got any milk for a cup of tea.
beer
Yeah.
and white wine and Pinot
And gin.
and gin. Anyway, see you later. I've been 4 days on the road, and all really we have in here is alcohol and sauces,
All very necessary
Mayo.
things.
barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
The only meat and veg that we've got is an apple and a bit of ham and some bananas.
And you want to get rid of your alcohol, and that's all you give me.
Oh, and a bit of pate.
Let's drink to Senator Keely's daughter. I'm afraid I haven't done much for him in the last 20 years.
Steep road. Second gear. Come on. Ears just popped.
Mine has too.
We're flattening out. There we go. 25% incline and we get downhill, and our brakes have decided to overheat. So I'll just let them cool down for a bit and then try and carry on. So what we're going to do is going to keep these temporary handbrakes with us and then we're going to go down in low range and see
We should
how,
have just paid the bloody toll.
all because we didn't want to pay a toll.
It would have been €7 more. Check this nobody. Should we keep the hazards on?
Yeah,
Yes.
keep the hazards on. See how we get on. So looking on further inspection, I have had a look and the brakes seem to be all fine now. We've just let them cool down. I can't see any grooves or anything in the discs. I think the brakes just overheated. So on we go.
Look at the little baby there.
And we are here at our camping spot for tonight. Managed to make it up this little grass bit here. and park ourselves up reasonably level where we are. And it's a pretty amazing spot, to be honest. Right in the Austrian Alps, obviously surrounded by nature. Had a good sleep last night at our wild camping spot in Austria. Apart from this morning, Willie was just going for a pee, and a guy reversed up our track where we're staying at and told us we couldn't camp here, so we're just packing up now and we're going to move on to the next spot in Slovenia. Apart from that though, it was a good night last night. Been raining, started raining now, and yeah, we're just about to move off. We've just passed into Slovenia. You can't see it. Well, this is the border. This is the border, and now we're about to go on Austrian-Slovenian border. We're just about to go onto the A11 toll road to our campsite. This is our campsite for tonight. It's a nice little place. However, we decided to camp tonight because it is pouring with rain. I tell you what, let's just stop there and then we can go and have a walk, can't we? And see which pitch that we want. Nice little shelter and some cooking facilities.
We're going for a wee.
See ya.
Reading my 4th or 5th book.
We've only been on the road 6 days.
I think it's my 5th book.
That's nearly a book a day. You're nuts. Looking for tyres. Have fun. So just behind me is a train track, and just coming around the corner is a freight train coming. And in Slovenia there's quite a bit of logging, so I don't know if it's a logging train, freight train, or carrying materials or minerals from the south to the north. But as you can see, it's just on its way. It's just coming through the town. Bye campsite. Good campsite that was. On to the next. Little Trosh shopping trip, and I got myself a paddle that you can take about. I also need a pee bottle, so I need a bottle with a big lid on it for obvious reasons. Great success. Got a paddle, some gym stuff to keep us reasonably fit, a skipping rope, and a pair of male waterproofs. So, good success. Haha, look what I found. Now, if you know me well, you know that I'm into steam engines and anything steam powered. I used to work on boilers for steam locomotives, and I've just found a locomotive in, looks like a train station in Slovenia. So this is the bridge between Slovenia and Croatia. So as soon as we're over, we will be in Croatia, our 7th country. So we found a building that has, we think, is bullet holes in the side of it from the Balkan wall, and also all these buildings here as well.
Wow. 1995.
Anyway, push on to the next campsite. So this is looking to be our camp spot for tonight. We are in Croatia, and like Slovenia, it's still raining. However, look where we camped. Right next to this, well, I don't know what it is yet, tower of some sort. So I can tell you a little bit more about this tower now. I've found this notice board, and basically what I'm going to do is, instead of me trying to filter it, I'm going to read it out to you. So, the old town of Dresnik, which is the town that we're in now, the old town of Dresnik is mentioned for the first time in historical sources. In the 12th century, its history is marked by military conflicts and the various rulers who governed it during the 16th century. Under constant threat from the Turks, and in 1592 it finally fell into the hands of the Turks. It was only liberated at the end of the 17th century. Today, with its reconstructed tower, it provides a beautiful view of the landscape of the river Korana. And in this tower, which is worthy of our attention, it has an exhibition which tells us about the history of the town of Dresnik. So the river that they're on about is down there, which I'm sure we're going to go and have a walk to once we've had our dinner. Anyway, that's a little bit of information on the tower. So that's our first week on the road. We are in Croatia at the minute.
It stopped raining.
It's finally stopped raining. However, there is more rain forecast. So I hope you like the first episode of our YouTube channel. Everything we film is the first go at everything. So I'm really sorry if we stutter, we don't say words right. Everything's the first shot. Everything's the first take. So we'll see you on the next one. Forgot to say, like and subscribe.